Immediately started doing some digging when our frugal mom, Sami, sent this topic idea into our office. Who wouldn't want to find free money just waiting for you to claim it?
Absolutely. It's one thing to save it, but if it just shows up,
right.
What's better than that? And people always think, oh, you know how to, save all this money. Well, I didn't realize there was money just waiting for me that the government was holding on to. And it wasn't until I realized I had signed up. I'm guilty of signing up for those free offers. Sometimes checking accounts, they'll say, oh, we'll deposit $100 in.
Yeah.
Well, when you move and you don't change your address and keep up with your account, if your account goes inactive, they send it to the Unclaimed Property Association. So if you hear nothing else I say today, listen to that unclaimed property, because that's where you're going to want to go to find out where not only you may have lost money, but relatives, even deceased relatives, they could have this money just waiting for you to claim.
Okay, so claimittn.gov
yes, so
is where you can look for Tennessee.
Absolutely. So you want to start in the state you're living in, claimittn.gov. And again, don't wait for those emails that say, hey, just give us your social security number. Be very sure that you go through the government-approved websites for unclaimed property, but start in the state you live in, but also make sure that you search the states that you've previously lived in, because chances are that's where that money is going to be if you've moved and you've forgotten to transfer those accounts.
Okay, so for any state, it's unclaimed.org.
For any state, it's unclaimed.org, but I want to recommend that you do all of the above. Don't just go to unclaimed.org. Don't just go to the one state. Make sure that you search all of these, because even though they're supposed to play well with each other, we know that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So it's important to do that, and it's important to search under multiple names. And what I mean by that, if you've been married, make sure you search under your maiden name. Make sure you search under your last name with a first initial. You can even call in and have them just search purely by social security number, because let's face it, sometimes our names get mixed up or changed. So it's important to do that exhaustive search.
When I did it, I didn't find any money for myself, but I found some for my son, my brother-in-law, and both of my parents who passed away.
Isn't it incredible?
Yeah.
And we did the same thing when I was searching for this money. It was interesting. Like I said, an account had gone inactive, and I couldn't just get it from the bank or the credit bureau that had it. I had to go through this this search, and then I found something from my deceased father-in-law. And sometimes it's insurance money that hasn't paid you the right amount, or like I said, a bank or a fund that has just gone dormant.
Yeah, yeah. For my son, it was an apartment deposit.
Interesting.
That he never picked back up.
Right.
So,
and that happens to us in life. As careful as we are, you never know what's going to happen, even with the government, right? So you may have refunds that haven't happened. You'll have things where an escrow that you've paid into that you don't get that money back. So even irs.gov is a place you want to make sure to see if there's any old tax refunds owed to you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's worth the time. It didn't take me very long at all. And you can also find out on those websites how to claim that money once you've identified it.
Exactly. And so make sure, again, that you don't give out any of your personal information unless it's through the proper channel. It is a little arduous. You will have to go and probably get something notarized and get it sent in, but it's money that you didn't know you had.
It's worth it for sure. Yeah. Sami, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Great advice. We're going to link you to SamiCone.com for more details on this and other money saving topics. Now let's